What? He's in the high school. He's he's pointing at the kid. What? Let's see what's going on here. He's not confronting. He look like he's pulling up his pants. He's getting a pat on the back. Okay. Another kid? Wait, what? Let's just jump right into this video.
Father is facing charges tonight after police say he walked into his daughter's high school, confronting a student that he believes had been bothering her. Our Greg Payne joining us live now from Paulsboro High School. And Greg, you've been talking with parents and students, and I also understand you have the video showing this altercation.
Yes, we do, Sheba. And I mean, this situation has been the talk of the town, especially since it was all caught on camera. Now, despite the recording, there is still a lot of questions remaining on how this happened and why it happened.
I was surprised. I thought it could have definitely been handled differently.
Nyrell Thompson is a student at Paulsboro High School. She says all day her classmates have been talking about this video that has been circulating around social media and was sent to Fox 29 News. It shows a parent on Monday who was supposed to be picking up his child entering into a classroom at the high school and immediately confronting a student.
What?
The criminal complaint identifies the parent as Aaron Thomas of Gibbstown. The video goes on to show Thomas going back and forth with a student, who Thomas is heard in the video saying was allegedly bothering his daughter.
Apologize to my daughter. Let's run that back.
Moments later, it appears that an adult tries to intervene and calm the situation down, when things quickly escalated again, with Thomas then beginning to argue with another student in the classroom.
I think it should have been handled parent to parent instead of student or outside of the school.
Thomas is being charged with several offenses, which include entering in an unauthorized section of the school, threatening to punch and knock out a student, and also committing assault, specifically by grabbing the student's arm and getting in his face.
We've been talking about it, and I've been telling my kids that if it was my son or my daughter, I would have went to the principal and handled it like that.
What? Welcome back to What TV. Y'all see it for yourself. A black father, a father standing up for his daughter. Yes, you see it. We gotta do it. Because if you don't know, a black father, man, yes, a strong one, pulled up to this school in New Jersey, and he wasn't playing no games, okay? He wasn't playing no games about his daughter. His daughter allegedly had issues with a young man bothering her. So she told her father, and he went up to the school to confront things. Now, the thing that we want to know from you is this is not right. This is just went one step too far. But in the black community, a lot of people say we don't have strong black fathers. So what do you guys think about this? This father, did he go way too far? I mean, because it seems like he went in there to set an example. He could have easily confronted this young kid after school, but he ran up in the school with the teacher there. The teacher apparently didn't want no smoke either. Look, he just gave him a nice pat on the back and said, man, listen, keep it moving. And if you don't know, y'all, in this story, it took the school 3 hours. Pretty much school had got up for them to finally decide, say, hey, let's call the police because the parent might get a little heated here. Okay? They were just going to let things rock out. So how do you guys feel? Do we need strong black fathers to make a stance, to make an example so so young black men could treat their daughters and our young black queens, our young lioness, with some respect? Do we need more of this, or did he just take one step a little bit too far? Okay? Fathers are very protective of their daughters, y'all. They're very protective of their daughters. So let me know your thoughts, because this teacher, he just gave him a nice pat on the back. And we're going to hear from the student mother who got confronted in this. Let's run it. And let me know your thoughts.
Assault, specifically by grabbing the student's arm and getting in his face.
We've been talking about it, and I've been telling my kids that if it was my son or my daughter, I would have went to the principal and handled it like that, and then I would have talked to my kids.
You tripping. I know a lot of black fathers that if they hear something to a certain extent that happens with their daughters, they're crashing out, okay? To a certain extent. There's certain fathers, they ain't playing about their daughters, all right?
To talk to my kids.
The Paulsboro Public School District releasing this statement stating, "Safety and security of our staff and students is paramount. Unfortunate situations such as these gives us an opportunity to reflect and analyze current practices to further strengthen the district's safety and security procedures to ensure that our schools are a safe place for all students and staff." Wednesday afternoon, Fox 29 News stopped by the home of Thomas to ask about the situation, but nobody answered the door. Back at the high school, many parents are just happy nobody got seriously hurt during the incident.
It's always like something that you don't want happening. You don't know if he's armed, you don't know if he has a knife or anything like that, so it's very scary.
One thing that we have to note, y'all, is that this could cause serious issues, doing something like this. Even though we want to protect our children, especially men want to protect their daughters, he has to take into account there was another student that got involved. Another student had got involved here, right? Because he's trying to protect his friend because he sees this big black man coming in, so he's trying to protect his friend. So this could have caused way more other issues and could have been taken a lot further, okay? So we just want to be mindful of that. But what do you think about men protecting their daughters? Like, what is too far? Let's hear from this young man's mother.
Out after her son was caught on camera face to face with the classmate's father.
That dad walking
What?
into the classroom accusing at least one student of bothering his daughter.
And Greg, you spoke with the mom. What is she telling you about what happened here?
Yeah, well, Sheba and Jason, that young man was in the classroom, and what the mother and aunt are telling us is that that young man was just trying to defend the student who was being confronted by the father.
I was just so distraught, I didn't even know what to do.
On Monday, Faith Bagby was shocked to find her son in the middle of a viral video taken inside Paulsboro High School. The video, which was sent to Fox 29, shows a parent on Monday who was supposed to be picking up his child, entering into a classroom at the high school and immediately confronting a student.
I didn't know to it.
The criminal complaint identifies the parent as Aaron Thomas of Gibbstown. The video goes on to show Thomas going back and forth with a student, who Thomas is heard in the video saying was allegedly bothering his daughter. The video does appear to show an adult try to intervene and...
He's pulling up his pants like he's ready to go. He pulled up his pants multiple times. And this teacher, man, what do y'all feel about this teacher? He's just giving him a pat on the back like, sir, please calm down. Calm down, sir.
Why wasn't he taken out of that classroom? You got your hand on it back?
Because that teacher was petrified. That teacher wanted no smoke. I mean, no, he's giving him a pat on the back. This guy's coming to compound something out and check things. And he's giving him a calm pat on the back. What do you feel about this teacher? Did this teacher do a good job? Because it seemed like another student had to step in. I mean, what?
Like you're caressing his back. You don't look like you're trying to get him out of there.
And that's when the situation escalates, and Thomas starts to argue with another student, Bagby's son.
He was telling the boy that the guy was in his face. You don't got to say nothing. Don't
He said, stay out of it.
say nothing. And that's when the guy must have didn't like that and hopped in his face. So he had nothing to do with it at all. He was just an innocent bystander protecting his classmate.
Wow. So you see where things could really, really go left when doing something like this. So we want to keep things in check. Again, he was checking things because he felt like his daughter was disrespected. But you got to do things in a certain manner, okay?
Court paperwork shows Thomas is being charged with several offenses, including entering an unauthorized section of the school, threatening to punch a student, and assault for allegedly touching a student and getting in his face.
I'm at the school.
I'm mad at the administrators. I'm mad at security. I've been to plenty of basketball games. They've run down on these kids. Can't even stand on the court without them running down on.
And that's true. For anybody who has an issue with this, please, you have to go to an AAU game. You probably never went to an AAU game because, man, I've seen at these AAU games, parents will get tough on kids just over fouls. Okay, we're talking about sports. So if you think this is something new, it's not. You haven't went to an AAU game. I'm telling you, there's parents checking things at AAU games. We just seen in college, if you're not checking in, we just seen in college, the brother, right, ran down on the court to protect his sister. Come on now. Let's not act like this is something brand new.
As they are not issuing an updated statement about the incident. Earlier this week, they sent a statement saying, in part, safety and security of our staff and students is paramount. Unfortunate situations such as these gives us an opportunity to reflect and analyze current practices to further strengthen the district's safety and security procedures to ensure that our schools are a safe place for all students and staff. Meanwhile, the Bagby family has this message for Mr. Thomas.
You were wrong. Wrong all around.
What? Let us know your thoughts. Hit that subscribe button. Hit it. Hit the subscribe. Tap in, tap in, tap in, and hit that subscribe button. Thank you. WHAAT TV.